Hey there! Have you ever felt like life is just too much? Like you're drowning in a sea of deadlines, bills, and expectations? You're not alone. Being a young adult these days is like trying to juggle flaming bowling pins while riding a unicycle on a tightrope over a pit of anxiety. It's wild out there. Young adults today are more stressed than ever before. But why? We have avocado toast and Instagram. Shouldn't we be blissed out 24/7? Clearly not. Let's break it down in under 6 minutes. First up, the big M. No, not the one your grandma bakes you, though more on comfort food later. I'm talking about money, honey. The cost of living is higher than my hopes of ever affording a down payment. Rent, sky high. Groceries. Don't even get me started on the price of avocados. And student loans. Let's just say I could have bought a small island with the interest I've accrued. Many young adults are stuck in jobs that don't pay enough to cover the basic necessities, let alone allow for savings or, a life. We're constantly told to invest in our future, but how can we invest when we're living paycheck to paycheck? It's enough to make you want to move back into your parents' basement, if you could even afford the rent there. Next up, social media. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good filter as much as the next person, and staying connected with friends and family across the globe is amazing. But let's be real, social media can also be a total pressure cooker. We're constantly bombarded with images of perfect vacations, perfect bodies, perfect lives. It's exhausting. It's like everyone else is living their best life in a curated highlight reel, while we're over here trying to figure out how to pay for both rent and groceries. And then there's FOMO, the fear of missing out, which is basically social media's gift that keeps on giving. You scroll through endless feeds of people having the time of their lives, and you start to feel like you're missing out on, well, everything. Speaking of pressure, let's talk about work and school. We're expected to excel in our careers, climb the corporate ladder, and basically become world-renowned experts in our fields, all before we hit 30. And if you're still in school, forget about it. The pressure to maintain a 4.0 GPA, juggle multiple extracurriculars, and somehow find time to sleep is enough to make your head spin. Oh, and let's not forget about the side hustles, because apparently one job isn't enough to survive in this economy. So, we're all out here driving Ubers, walking dogs, and selling handmade crafts on Etsy just to make ends meet. It's a hustle, but hey, at least we're hustling, right? Right? And then there's the stuff that keeps us up at night. The big, scary, existential stuff. Climate change, political instability, social injustice, global pandemics. The list goes on. It's hard to feel optimistic about the future when the world feels like it's on the brink of collapse. We're constantly bombarded with news about melting ice caps, raging wildfires, and political turmoil. It's enough to make you want to crawl into bed, pull the covers over your head, and never come out. But here's the thing. We can't afford to check out. We need to stay informed, stay engaged, and fight for the future we want to see. Ironically, in this age of hyperconnectivity, many young adults feel more alone than ever. We're constantly plugged in, but are we truly connecting? Building meaningful relationships takes time and effort, two things that seem to be in short supply these days. Between the pressures of work, school, and maintaining a social media presence, it can be tough to carve out time for real, genuine human connection. And let's face it, sometimes swiping left and right on dating apps just adds to the feeling of isolation. We crave connection, but it can feel like we're all just ships passing in the night, sending each other heart emojis instead of actually, talking. So what can we do about all this stress? Well, first of all, know that you're not alone. We're all in this crazy, overwhelming, beautiful mess together. And while I don't have all the answers, I'm still trying to figure out how to afford both therapy and avocado toast. I've learned a few things along the way. Talking about it really helps. Share your struggles with friends, family, a therapist, anyone who will listen without judgment. Sometimes just voicing your anxieties out loud can take away some of their power. And you might be surprised to find out that your friends are going through the same things. Remember to take breaks. Step away from the screens, put down your phone, and do something that brings you joy. Read a book, take a walk in nature, listen to your favorite music, meditate, whatever helps you relax and recharge. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Focus on what you can control. You can't control the economy, the political climate, or the price of avocados, sadly. But you can control how you react to stress. You can control your mindset, your habits, and your choices. Take things one day at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and your life doesn't have to be perfect overnight. Set small, achievable goals for yourself and celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Life as a young adult is a wild ride. It's full of challenges, pressures, and uncertainties. But it's also full of possibilities, opportunities, and moments of pure joy. Remember, you're stronger than you think. You've got this. If you're related to this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might need it. Because sometimes just knowing that you're not alone in the struggle can make all the difference. And don't forget to subscribe for more takes on life's big questions, and maybe some funny skits too, because we all need a good laugh.